Hey there, folks. Greg Shepard here, SNA Financial Services. I specialize in helping folks just like yourself, assuming you're in higher education, get the most out of that oftentimes confusing higher ed retirement plan. Typically, folks, we're talking about TIAA stuff. This video is no exception. Okay, before I get going, I got a good one for you, by the way, today. I've told you all, folks, you good folks in the past, through this medium, through these videos, when I run across situations or scenarios that I think would be advantageous to you good people out there, I'm going to share it with you. Okay, so hang tight. That's what this video is all about. In this video, do not, if I talk about investment stuff, this is not investment advice, folks. Do not construe it as such. I'm not telling y'all what to do, all right? We have to add some intellect when it comes to these videos, not investment advice. Talk to TIAA Direct, or by all means, you can contact me or any independent family investment advisor if you're going to enact on anything I talk about in this video. Okay, so here's the situation. This individual reached out to me because he was a little wishy-washy on what was going on. Backdrop here, individual has had $1 million, was in higher education for 30-ish years, something like that, with TIAA, of course. And for one reason or another, I'm not going to get into it right now, didn't want to stay with TIAA in retirement. Okay, again, that's a different topic, different video. I'm not going to get into that right now. So that's the first question I asked. Why don't you just go directly with TIAA, and you would have avoided these issues. But nonetheless, decided not to stay with TIAA. Folks, we're going to talk about maybe 3 or 4 different mistakes here made. So again, I think this is apropos. A lot of you out there do a version of these mistakes. Okay, so here we go. Individual's got $1 million at TIAA. Didn't want to use TIAA Direct, so went outside of TIAA. Okay, where'd he go? Went to his bank, right? Okay, I'm not going to comment on that. Okay, local bank, not a national bank. Went to his local bank. He's had, his reasons were he has checking, savings, CDs, all that fun stuff. So he walks in the bank and says, "Hey, I got $1 million over at TIAA. Can you all help me out?" Of course, yes, sir. Eyes light up, and we'll do everything we can to earn your business. Now, the first mistake, okay, the first question this individual, that we'll call him the client, should have asked anybody, okay, obviously the bank in this situation, do you, Mr. or Mrs. Advisor, excuse me, at the bank, have you ever worked with TIAA? Okay. If you have, give me some context here. How long? How many clients? What's your experience with TIAA? All right. That'll be the reasons will be obvious here in a bit. It doesn't matter what they said. Okay, they said yes, but you need to figure out what that yes means. Okay, so there's the first issue. Didn't really clarify as to what working with TIAA really meant. Okay, now the second issue is that he wanted, or I guess the bank, what they did is they took monies that were liquid over at TIAA and moved them over to the bank. Okay, which is fine, but the bank had no clue what to do or how to deal with the TIAA traditional money that was over at TIAA. Now, I'll come back to that here in just a bit. So money that was liquid moved over to the bank, bought mutual funds. They were okay mutual funds. But 2 things here. One thing is no income producing investments. They're all growth. His statements are right there. But you can't see them, of course. So this is how I know this information. No income producing investments, all growth oriented stuff. So my question to client is, what's your retirement income game plan here? He said, well, my investments are going to grow and I'll extract from the growth. Okay, not a great game plan, because what if growth don't grow? Okay, what if growth goes down? Okay, you need an income producing component to your retirement plan, obviously, for their retirement income. Didn't have it in place. Not his fault, just you don't know what you don't know. So there's issue number 2 or 3, whatever we're on. Okay, maybe the biggest egregious mistake, 1.5%, folks. So what I mean by that is, again, the bank took the money that was liquid from TIAA over to the bank. Bank says, hey, I'm going to charge you 1.5% on those monies. Reason being is because they said, well, that TIAA traditional stuff, which, by the way, we have no idea what that is. We're going to have to figure that out later. We can't charge on that. Okay, remember that, folks. They can't charge on that TIAA traditional. So for the bank to incorporate TIAA traditional with these other monies, we're going to charge 1.5%, 1.5% on these monies. Folks, highway robbery. Little insight in my industry, my opinion only. Shouldn't be charging more than 1%. It's the max we charge. I'm going to construct a video here at some point in the future when I have time to kind of give you all folks out there, how independent advisors work with you all out there, fees and all the stuff that you can think of, okay, wrapped up in a little video with a bow on it, right? Okay, so hang tight on that one. 1.5% is way too much, okay? 1% max should be probably less than that, okay? So there's issue number 2, 3, or 4, whatever we're on, okay? 1.5% is ridiculous. Now, what I did is when this person came in, I said, hey, first thing we're going to do is move those monies, in my case, over to Charles Schwab. We're going to get income-producing investments. You're going to extract from interest, the interest for income, and maybe dip into a little bit of principal. But his case, he can actually live off the interest produced by these income-producing investments. Okay, neither here nor there. The TI traditional stuff that your bank is actually currently trying to figure out how to extract, strategies they don't have a clue about, Mr. Client, I think you and your wife would be, I think it'd be advantageous if we looked at the lifetime income annuity option. Remember, I don't get paid on that, okay, which is perfectly fine. We're going to do what's in the best interest of the client, which the bank, in my opinion, was not doing. So I think what we're going to do with this individual is initiate lifetime income annuity option, a strategy, okay, for he and his wife, and probably protect some kids here, and then incorporate the income and what will be the Schwab account coming from the bank. We're going to transfer it over, okay? So what can you extract from this, okay? Many things, okay? I don't know if I have time to get over it all. 1.5% is ridiculous. If someone says they're going to charge you 1.5%, run out the door, okay? Or you could walk, okay? You can run or walk. Second thing, when you're retired, when you're going through retirement transition, ask anybody, of course, outside TIAA, do you have experience with dealing with TIAA stuff? And if they say yes, prove it. Show me how. Okay, show me. I have 20 years experience dealing with TIAA, and I can prove it. Okay, it's not that difficult. Third thing, what's the third thing? Did I say, have a game plan that incorporates, well, not only income producing stuff, but it doesn't hurt to look at that TIAA lifetime income annuity option. Okay, not for everybody, but does it fit in your game plan? Okay. Usually what I find is the combination of two vendors, in this case, Charles Schwab and TIAA, doing what TIAA does best, TI traditional. In my case, Schwab doing what they do best, just outside investments outside of TIAA traditional, incorporate the two, have one singular game plan, if you will, and extract monies from different buckets, okay, effectively and efficiently. All right, so that was this person. We're going to get him wrapped up and figured out, but luckily it wasn't, we'll say, too late. But if you find yourself in a situation where you're just not sure, make sure you understand everything when it comes to your retirement plan, especially incorporating TIAA, okay? And also 1.5%, folks, don't walk, run. You can walk if you want. Out the door, someone's going to do that. All right, folks, if you want to simplify your TIAA life, by all means, my contact information is below. Feel free to reach out to me. We'll see what we can do for you. Okay, folks, Greg Shepard here, SNA Financial Services. You all take care. All right, bye-bye.